Well, here we are, morning of day 11, and this is where we camped last night, straight beside the trail here. Got everything packed up. The mosquitoes are just still crazier than ever. And I think I'm gonna head into Leadville today. Should be there by about lunch or maybe a little after. Well, maybe about 1 o'clock or so. Had a big breakfast. Had a hot chocolate with coffee mixed in it. That was pretty darn good. And yeah, I'm ready to go. Looks like another beautiful day. Had to pack up my tent all wet. It's kind of really sucks. Adds weight to it, and when you put it up again, it's still all wet. But either way, it's all part of being out here. And yeah, all packed up, ready to rock. Well, we're on the trail again. And I think that we're gonna be entering the Holy Cross Wilderness, I think, in just a few seconds. There's a little water source down there again that I got water from last night when it was raining, and this morning it's been a beautiful day so far. Yep, here we are, Holy Cross Wilderness, San Isabel National Forest. Registry or something like that. Well, just a little after we enter the Holy Cross Wilderness, there's this little footbridge crossing this creek. Beautiful morning out. Such a nice area. Well, I just found a pair of sunglasses. I'm sure somebody's gonna need them. Maybe carry them along, see if I run into somebody that might be needing them. When I seen them laying on the ground there, I instantly checked to see if mine were still on my hat. And they were, so I'm afraid of losing mine. So if nobody claims these, and I do lose mine, well, then I have another pair. Well, since we've gotten into the Holy Cross Wilderness, across that creek, by that Long Gulch meadow, by the Long Gulch, we are climbing. We're going all the way up to 11,400 feet. Which isn't too much. I think I slept at 10:08, so Well, we're climbing all the way up to the saddle at Porcupine Lakes, where there's water and camping. Don't need either, but I guess there's a good view from there too, so can't wait to get there. Oh yeah. There's a little pond over there, a whole bunch of lily pads. Oh, it looks like a little lake over there. Or just a bigger pond, I guess. I'm gonna do some off-trail exploring again. Seen that pond over here. I'm gonna go check it out. There's a path leading this way anyway. I assume it's leading towards there. Here's that pond with all the lily pads. I'm sure that's a frog's paradise. I'm just getting back on the trail. I went and checked out these two ponds, that lily pond and there's a bigger body of water. Took a bunch of photos. There's some pretty nice campsites around that area too. I must have seen at least 3 of them, so yeah, that would be an absolutely incredible spot to camp. I mean, the views would be just amazing. Well, they are amazing. Yeah, I got some pretty good photos there too, so it was nice. I'm glad I went over there. Well, those 2 lakes that I was just at and went and checked out. Well, I thought they were ponds or whatever. They're pretty small, but look like they already they dried up quite a bit too. So I just checked my data book. I think those are the Porcupine Lakes. That was the saddle, Porcupine Lakes. And yeah, there was water, and yeah, there was camping. So now we're on to cross Porcupine Creek, I think. Or we're coming up to it anyway. The views are just great today. Yeah, so those lakes, there was Porcupine Lakes there. Really nice spot. And we're headed down. I think this is Porcupine Creek. Right here. Well, we've been climbing these switchbacks for a while now up this hill. And it's relatively steep. Surprises, or it blows my mind sometimes what the horses get through too. I mean, it'd be pretty tricky to keep a horse in line up here sometimes. Just mountains as far as the eye can see. Oh, that's nice. I think I camped right down in there, right beside that gulch. Got water from that stream anyway this morning, or creek or whatever. Yeah, I camped right beside the trail there. Beautiful day. Well, the trail is just right in behind a couple of these rocks, about 20 feet away. And I'm gonna do some exploring again. I've seen these lakes over here, the Timberline Lakes, the Timberline Lake, and let me go check them out. There's somewhat of a trail going around here. See where it leads to. Hopefully I can get some really nice shots in of this lake. Now at first I thought it was Turquoise Lake, but Turquoise Lake looks huge on the map, so can't be it. Yeah, there's actually a nice trail going back here. There's even some camping right here. Some campsites. Not too bad. Is that ever beautiful? Let's see, so we're 3 minutes off the trail. Well, I think that lake that I just went and checked out might actually be Bear Lake. So I'll have to change that up. Look at this area. Some people over there. Really nice. All right. Well, those people that I just heard beside that little lake there were 3 people on horseback. It was 1 lady and 2 men. And they informed me that they had heard, or someone had told them, that there was a bear with a cub spotted just further down south. So, I mean, I'd love to see it, but only from a distance. Well, we're heading towards Highway 9, where I'll be seeing if I can get a ride into Leadville for some supplies and a burger and fries, probably, hopefully. I may not get back on the trail today yet. Do some more miles, but there's just a few things that I need. And they also say Leadville's a really cool town, so why not? Why not check it out? Yeah, those horses, they came all through here. It's pretty crazy what those guys do yet. Oh, look at this too. There's another little lake. A big pond. Frogs jumping. What a beautiful area this has been, wow. Quite wet. Lots of big ponds like that. I think this might be the saddle at Timberline. There's some campsites over here. It's right here and behind those trees. Oh, you can put a tent right here too. Well, I got another 2 miles to go to reach Highway 9, or I'm gonna get a ride into Leadville. Alright. Off in the saddle at Timberline, we descend about 400 feet in the next 2 miles down to Highway 9. And that would be the end of segment 9 as well. So as soon as I come back from Leadville, I'll be on segment 10. Alright. I've seen Highway 9 already from up top there, or from that good view, and didn't see any vehicles on it though, so hopefully I don't have too big a problem hitchhiking in to Leadville. I know this is a little bit less of a busy road than Highway 24 at Tennessee Pass, but I hope I have some luck. Well, it turns out those sunglasses that I found earlier, now I didn't find the right owner for them, but my friend Dave, he had lost his and he had just bought a new pair in town. He spent the night in Leadville yesterday, or last night, and he had bought a cheap pair of sunglasses there. It was like $5, and they just weren't staying on his head and they were sliding down his nose. And I had no idea. I just ran into him and I mentioned it to him that I had found a pair of sunglasses. And I showed it to him. He wanted to give me $20 for these pairs of this pair of sunglasses. I'm like, what the fuck? No way. I'm not gonna take $20 for a pair of sunglasses that I was gonna give back anyway, or give away anyway. And he kept insisting that he wanted to give me some, so I think he gave me like $7 or something like that. And so yeah, I'm making money out here even. They weren't too bad a pair of sunglasses. Probably would have cost about $20 or something like that in the store. But yeah, I guess they were a hell of a lot better than the ones he had, and he really wanted them, so I had no problem giving them up too if he needed them. So yeah, that worked out just perfect. Well, we finally gotten down to the parking lot here, and I just gotta get on the road. Looks like a pretty popular place. as we came into the...
This is Turquoise Lake, but it'll fill up every summer.
Alright, well, I got a 2-mile hike down to Timberline Trailhead, Timberline Lake Trailhead. And from Timberline, when I got off the Colorado Trail earlier to go into Leadville for some supplies, I asked a fella that was right there at the camp, or at the parking lot that was so full. I asked him what the easiest way to be to get into Leadville, and he told me about this trail and this and that, and I'm like, well, I was saying about hitching in. He's like, oh, well, you can have a ride with me. I'm going right there. I'm like, right. That worked out perfect. Second I got off the trail, I get a ride. And then he drops me right off at the grocery store. I forget now what the grocery store was called. Anyway, we did some shopping there. Got everything but another fuel canister that I needed. And got everything but another fuel canister that I needed, and so I went to Leadville. I met Ernie and Peggy Shuntz, I think it is, and I took a photo of them and everything. I had a burger and fries. They asked to join me and hear about my adventure. So he sat there for about an hour and just talked about pretty much everything, and so they wanted to know if I was if I needed a ride over to the Leadville outdoor store, and I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. So I jumped in with Ernie. He dropped me off at the outdoor store. I went in, got my fuel canister. It was a great little place. And then I asked directions to Leadville Hostel, because I was going to see if I could get a shuttle all the way up to the Timberline Trailhead again. And so I went to the hospital and they said no, they couldn't give me a shuttle, only if I spent the night there. And because I really didn't want to spend the night there, I wanted to put in a couple more miles today and just get back out here. So I walked back down the street. I asked this one guy if he could bring me, and he said no, he didn't have time. And I walked down the street further, and there's a guy and a girl, or a man and a woman, sitting there in their front yard. And then their neighbor asked me what I was up to, if I was doing a CT. And I was like, yep. And this guy overheard it, the man and the lady sitting there. And he said, yeah, I'm heading out that way in just like a minute or two. I'm like, oh, sweet. So he gave me a ride all the way up to Highway 4, Lake County Road 4. And so it's another 2 miles from there to the Timberline Trailhead. And I'm actually right here beside Turquoise Lake, and it is huge. So yeah, it's been another great experience. And Leadville is a great little town. A lot of history, a lot of old rustic buildings, and it's got pretty much everything you need. So guess a little bit of road walking never hurt nobody. Hopefully I can get some good pictures of this Turquoise Lake yet. Not sure how long this whole ordeal is taking. Probably about, by the time I get back, maybe 3 hours with this hiking that I'm doing now. And yeah, the guys that brought me in, it was Marvin and Frank. Those are the two guys that we're at the trailhead when I left, or when I got a ride into Leadville. And Ernie and Peggy are the ones that I met on the, just right beside the grocery store. There's a place called Gringo's Burgers and Tacos and whatever. And I had myself a nice Western burger. Absolutely amazing, with fries and a drink. And got a few supplies from the grocery store. I needed a toenail clipper and some toilet paper. And I really just wanted to see the town of Leadville. I probably could have gone without, but I figured, why not? I'm already out here, and I heard a lot of good things about the little town of Leadville. It being all historic and cool looking. Yeah, there's Turquoise Lake. There were some really dark clouds earlier, like all over. It's looking a lot better right now, but when I was walking away from Leadville Hostel in search for a ride, I was really hoping I didn't have to walk this whole way, because the clouds really did look pretty scary. So anyway, the guy that I got a ride back over here to Highway 4 and Highway 9, his name was, oh fuck, I forget his name already. But anyway, he was doing the Leadville 100. He'd been doing it for 3 years in a row. He was going to do it this year again. And he was just telling me all about it, how it wraps around the Turquoise Lake, and how a lot of people start at 4 in the morning. And then they got their headlights on, and if you're sitting on this side of Turquoise Lake, you can see just hundreds of people with their headlights on, running around the Turquoise Lake. He said it looked really neat. And he was telling me I went up Sugar Loaf Mountain and all the way, just, yeah, the whole 100 miles or whatever that he ran. And he was also very familiar with the Colorado Trail. And yeah, he said he was biking. He was familiar with, oh sorry, he's running it. He was also familiar with the 100-mile bike race that he was telling me a lot about. And yeah, all in all, it was pretty sweet. Met a bunch of people, talked, burger and fries, resupplied, just done a few things. My next resupply is in Twin Lakes. So, I'm gonna make it up to I'm not sure how far I'm gonna go today, but tomorrow I'm gonna make it up to the Mount Massive trailhead and then take it easy. I think it's only, if I do 5 miles today yet, I probably got like 5 miles tomorrow. Then I'm gonna just take a day off, half a day more or less, and then I'm gonna attempt Mount Massive. And then, depends on how I feel, I might take a break in between that, like another day, and then do Mount Albert after that. That's why I got a little more food too, because I hadn't planned on being here that extra day. Well, almost 2 extra days if I have another break in between the 2 mountains. Just depending on how my body feels. I'm doing really well, but I don't know. They're pretty damn high, and I just don't want to hurt myself, so I'm gonna take it easy and hopefully go all the way. Ah, yeah! Well, there's not much traffic on this road. Not going that way anyway. I think anybody that's coming this way is probably coming back from hiking or biking, because I've seen quite a few the parking lots there by Timberline Trailhead there and all around that area. Seen a whole lot of vehicles parked there, and I asked them, what was so popular here? Why they all were here? And they said it was about, yeah, it was just hiking, just hiking. And I'm like, okay, well, it's pretty sweet. Lots of people love hiking, I guess. All right, well, 2 miles of road walking, and I am here. Timberline Lake trailhead, just in there. That's where the CT continues. And you just continue on, just follow those signs right there by the parking lot. It says Colorado Trail. This way. And we're back on the trail. Not too bad, I guess. 2 miles road walking beats 10 miles road walking. That's for sure. Now, which way does it turn here? Oh, there's a confidence marker. Thank goodness for them. All right, well, on to segment 10. Yeah. Segment 10. Nice little bridge. And we head up this way. Beginning of segment 9, I think this is a Glacier Creek on the bridge. And that's at 0.4, mile 0.4, segment 10. Oh yeah, Glacier Creek. Well, I got 18 segments to go, plus the 5 segments that make up the Collegiate West. And so, over a quarter done. I guess the West is, the rest of it's a lot tougher too. So, well, maybe I'm at pretty much just a quarter now. I think it's 480 miles, I think. The CT, plus an additional 80 to 90 miles. Doing the Collegiate West. So, yeah, I guess about a quarter done. Not too bad. I'm gonna get water at the next water source. I think at mile 1.2, and then I'll camp around just a little ways after that, I think. And that way, tomorrow I've got an easy day, and should be probably by the Mount Massive trailhead by noon or 2 o'clock. And I'm just gonna set up camp there, rest for the rest of the day, and then day after I'm gonna attempt Mount Massive. Yeah. See how I handle them altitudes. It's pretty steep climbing, and it's for quite a while. But I'm gonna start early and I'm gonna take it easy. And I'm gonna somehow see if I can do it without this pack. I can take the top part of the pack off, throw my cameras in there, some snacks, and a whole lot of water. Whatever I can squeeze into there. Well, here we are at Busk Creek. You cross it over this bridge, and it's at mile 1.2, segment 10. I'm gonna go for another 0.6 miles to the next campsite, and I'm gonna spend the night there. I'm gonna see if I can filter some water here, and get settled in for the night. It's been an easy day, but I knew that going into it this morning. I wasn't gonna do too much, so here we are coming up to Hagerman Pass Road. Just right up here. I think this might be that Highway 4 that I got dropped off at earlier. Buddy said it crossed here. He asked me if he should just drop me off here. I said no. I want to do the whole Colorado Trail, document it all. This is Hagerman Pass Road right here. That right there is Turquoise Lake, and it's huge. Seen quite a few people fishing out of it earlier, even a couple of boats. And this is where it passes is mile 1.9 segment 10, or 1.8 segment 10. And you just come up this just cross the road and come up this path, and the trail just continues up here. But I think I'm gonna stay here for the night. There's a campsite right here. It's fire and all that. Fire pit. But I'm gonna set up my tent right here. Looks like it's a little bit flatter than down there, so yeah, this will be a good spot. So this is campsite 11. Day 11 is coming to an end. Tomorrow's day 12. And I'm gonna head to Mount Massive Wilderness, or Mount Massive Trailhead, and then find a nice campsite there. Take it easy, and then day after I'm gonna attempt Mount Massive, and yeah, it should be good. Got some pretty good views too. Not too shabby. I think the May Queen campsite is just down there too.